Welcome to this channel. Today we are going to explore ChotaUdaipur District, Gujarat State, the land of royal ruins and tribal rhythms. Before we go into the video, please subscribe this channel and press bell button to get notifications of upcoming videos. Now we go into the video. Agriculture forms the backbone of ChotaUdaipur District, serving as the primary source of livelihood for its predominantly tribal population. The region features a unique agrarian blend of medium black, sandy loam, and hilly light soils, supported by an average annual rainfall of over 1000 mm. Cotton, paddy rice, maize, and jowar sorghum dominate the Kharif monsoon cropping season, while wheat, pulses, and gram are heavily cultivated during the Rabi winter cycle. In recent years, a major shift towards sustainable and contract farming has occurred, particularly in talukas like Bodali and Chalamli. To mitigate heavy crop damages from wild bears and nilgai, bluebills, hundreds of farmers have successfully transitioned from traditional grains to contact-based common agroforestry, growing subbable and eucalyptus trees for paper and plywood manufacturing companies, vastly improving local profit margins. The trade and commerce landscape of ChotaUdaipur is deeply intertwined with its natural mineral wealth and local forest produce. The district is famously recognized as one of the largest hubs for dolomite and black trap marble mining, driving a vast domestic and interstate network of mineral processing units and stone crushing trades. Additionally, ChotaUdaipur acts as a vibrant center for the commercial exchange of non-timber forest produce (NTFP), such as mahua flowers, tendu leaves, and wild honey collected by tribal communities. Weekly local markets known as haats play an essential role in grassroots commerce where rural artisans, poultry breeders, and farmers trade goods directly, seamlessly interfacing with the urban merchant networks of larger neighboring sites like Vadodara. ChotaUdaipur offers massive opportunities for targeted industrial investments, specifically in the mineral extraction, agro processing, and handicraft sectors. Because the district contains massive deposits of high-grade dolomite and limestone, chemical manufacturers, paint industries, and steel factories consistently source raw materials from here. The Gujarat government actively incentives micro, small, and medium enterprises (MSMEs) through tribal development funds, aiming to establish organized processing units for local cash crops and forest yields. Furthermore, there is an untapped investment market in community-led ecotourism and cultural preservation projects, focusing on globalizing the region's famous Pilthora paintings and authentic terracotta crafts. Operating a business or traveling in ChotaUdaipur requires strict compliance with state legislations and special administrative guidelines tailored for tribal protection. As a district in Gujarat, the district's statewide prohibition or sale of liquor illegal without an official state-issued permit. Furthermore, because a significant portion of ChotaUdaipur is populated by indigenous communities, Land acquisition laws are governed by special provisions under the 5th Schedule of the Indian Constitution and the PESA, Panchayats Extension to Scheduled Areas Act. These regulations ensure that any corporate industrial development or mining lease requires absolute consensus from local village bodies, Gram Sabhas, to prevent the illegal exploitation of tribal land. The physical infrastructure or ChotaUdaipur acts as an essential gateway connecting central Gujarat with the neighboring state of Madhya Pradesh. The district is directly intersected by National Highway 56 NH 56, which provides smooth multi-lane roadway connectivity to major economic centers, including Vadodara, approximately 107 km away, and the state capital Gandhinagar. Public transit is heavily anchored by the Gujarat State Road Transport Corporation GSRTC, which runs frequent daily bus runs, complemented by reliable logistics companies handling heavy mineral transport. While the district lacks an operational commercial airport, its rail connectivity features a dedicated broad gauge railway line linking ChotaUdaipur station directly to Vadodara's massive railway junction, facilitating convenient passenger travel and heavy freight shipping. The official financial medium in ChotaUdaipur is the Indian rupee INR, and the district is completely integrated into India's digital banking grid. Major public sector institutions like the State Bank of India, SBI, Bank of Baroda, and various district cooperative banks operate full service branches and automated teller machines ATMs across major urban zones like Podali, Jetpur, Bavi, and the ChotaUdaipur township. While digital payment ecosystems like UPI, Unified Payments Interface, Google Play, and Paytm are widely accepted by established fuel stations, hotels, and merchants, cash remains highly preferred in deep rural sectors. Travelers visiting remote tribal villages or weekend rural markets are strongly advised to carry sufficient physical currency notes as network coverage can occasionally drop. Accommodation choices in ChotaUdaipur range from heritage properties to budget lodges, heavily reflecting the region's historical royal roots and developing tourism industry. For a premium stay, the Kali Niketan Palace, also known as the Nagar Villa, often offers a unique luxury heritage experience run by the descendants of the local royal family, featuring colonial architecture and royal vintage car collections. Travelers on moderate budgets can find comfortable, well kept guest houses, spite tourism approved stays, and functional hotels situated near the main transit lines of Podali and ChotaUdaipur town. Given the district's developing infrastructure, luxury corporate hotels are sparse. However, the available heritage properties provide travelers an intimate, authentic look into the region's past. Acquiring a local mobile network connection is straightforward and can be completed at retail outlets situated in the primary markets of ChotaUdaipur or Podali. Major Indian telecommunication corporations, including Reliance Jio and Bharti Airtel, provide widespread 4G and expanding 5G coverage across the district's urban sectors. Foreign nationals and domestic travelers from other states can easily purchase a prepaid SIM card by submitting a passport size photographs along with valid identification documents like an Aadhaar card or a passport with a valid Indian visa. Activation typically occurs within a couple of hours after successful digital verification, ensuring travelers stay connected while exploring the district. The socio-cultural fabric of ChotaUdaipur demands a high degree of modesty and mutual respect for local traditions. Visitors are encouraged to dress conservatively, ensuring shoulders and knees are properly covered, particularly when entering temples, historical shrines, or traditional tribal settlements. The indigenous Ratwa and Vil communities hold profound spiritual and communal values regarding their traditions and daily lives. When exploring rural settlements or visiting spiritual sites featuring sacred Pithora wall art, always seek explicit verbal permission before photographing locals, religious symbols, or artistic setups, as uninvited recording can be viewed as intrusive. The culinary palette of ChotaUdaipur offers an authentic taste of traditional Gujarat flavors, uniquely combined with rustic tribal dietary samples. Everyday meals in urban centers revolve around standard Gujarati thalis consisting of roti, dal, rice, and seasonal vegetable curries, characterized by a distinct balance of sweet and spicy undertones. In contrast, the authentic tribal household cuisine relies heavily on local rain-fed crops, showcasing items like maize, rotlas, thick corn flatbreads, paired with spicy garlic chutneys, locally gathered wild green vegetables, and high protein pulse dishes. Savory local morning snacks like common dokla and hot farda jalebi can be easily found at bustling street side food stalls throughout the main market intersections. Navigating ChotaUdaipur efficiently requires a strategic mix of state public transit and privately hired vehicles. For seamless travel between prominent historical sites, remote forest tracks, and tribal villages, renting a private taxi or utility vehicle from Vadodara is highly practical as it eliminates waiting times. For budget travelers, GSRTC buses and spared local auto rickshaws provide incredibly cheap fixed route connectivity between major sub-districts, talukas. It is highly sharply after dusk and lighting on secondary forest roads can be limited. Do's and don'ts. To ensure a safe, enriching, and culturally respectful journey through ChotaUdaipur, travelers must keep a few essential rules in mind. Do's. Do buy authentic handmade crafts directly from local Ratwa artisans to ensure fair financial compensation goes directly to the creators. Do carry a reusable water bottle and physical cash as retail digital payment options become rare in interior forest zones. Do hire local certified guides when exploring remote ecotourism paths, ancient step wells, or historic fort ruins to understand the history accurately. Don'ts. Don't carry, purchase, or consume alcoholic beverages under any circumstances. A violation of Gujarat State dry laws carries heavily legal penalties. Don't disturb, touch, or deface the ritualistic pitara wall paintings or outdoor clay horse offerings. Dev no chodo found at tribal shrines. Don't schedule deep forest treks or remote monument visits after dark to avoid dangerous encounters with local wildlife. Domestic Indian travelers do not require a special inner line permits or administrative approvals to enter or explore ChotaUdaipur district freely. International tourists must hold a valid national passport along with an active regular Indian tourist visa or an approved e-visa prior to arrival. Upon check-in, all international visitors are legally required to submit copies of the documentation to their respective accommodation hostel to facilitate the mandatory online Form C registration with the Bureau of Immigration. There are no mandatory health immunizations enforced for entry, though typical updates on standard vaccination for tropical regions are recommended. A carefully constructed a 3-day, 2-night travel plan is ideal to fully experience the dual charm of Udaipur's royal legacy and indigenous tribal culture. The planning process should ideally target the cooler winter months between October and March, or the vibrant Holi festival period to witness the iconic Covent Fair. Travelers should establish ChotaUdaipur town or a historic heritage property as their primary base camp to easily balance daily excursions. The itinerary should balance architectural explorations of royal structures on the initial day, immersive tribal art experiences on the second, and natural ecotourism trails on the final day. Day 1. Royal Echoes. Arrive from Vadodara in the morning and check into your accommodation. Spend your afternoon visiting the grand structural ruins of ChotaUdaipur, including the Kusum Vilas Palace and Prem Bhavan, concluding your evening with a peaceful walk along the banks of the central Bada Talau Lake. Day 2. Tribal Rhythms. Head out early into the surrounding tribal villages to observe master painters creating sacred Pithora wall art. In the afternoon, browse a traditional Saturday or weekly village hot market to see tribal commerce up close and enjoy authentic cum-based dishes for dinner. Day 3. Nature and Departure. Travel toward the scenic green terrain of the nearby ecotourism spots or historic step wells in the morning. Enjoy a traditional lunch, pick up handmade terracotta souvenirs from local artisan stalls, and drive back to Vadodara by evening for your onward connection. ChotaUdaipur is widely considered a safe and welcoming destination for travelers, characterized by a low violent crime rate and a hospitable local community. Standard travel precautions apply. Safeguard personal belongings, avoid carrying large amounts of exposed cash, and stay on well-marked paths. The local Gujarat police force maintains active operational stations and regular highway patrols across the sub-districts to assist the public. Since parts of the district are surrounded by dense forest stretches, travelers should remain aware of wildlife such as sloth, bears, and leopards by staying clear of unmarked wilderness zones without a local guide. ChotaUdaipur maintains crucial economic ties both within India and internationally through its thriving extractive industries and traditional art forms. The district acts as a major raw material supplier to neighboring industrial zones like Vadodara, Ahmedabad, and parts of Maharashtra, dispatching thousands of tons of high-grade processed dolomite daily. Its cultural footprint extends globally. Authentic Pithora paintings and traditional tribal art collections across Europe and North America. Furthermore, its proximity to the Madhya Pradesh border fosters a fluid daily exchange of agricultural labor, interstate bus transport, and local market trade. The history of ChotaUdaipur is filled with fascinating trivia that highlights its unique position in India's cultural landscape. The princely state was founded back in 1743 by Rawal Uday Singh Ji, a direct descendant of the legendary visual lineage of Prithviraj Chauhan, the famous heroic ruler of Delhi. An unusual aspect of local culture is that Pithora painting is not viewed merely as a decorative art form but as a deep, sacred, ritualistic performance executed to explorers gratitude or seek boons from the supreme trial deity Baba Pithora. Additionally, the district hosts a spectacular annual tribal gathering at the Covent Fair, which draws thousands of international photographers and cultural researchers eager to document the rhythmic dances, indigenous musical instruments, and traditional body painting, etc. art. ChotaUdaipur stands out as a living cultural museum where India's royal history gracefully blends within the preserved traditions of indigenous tribes. While the industrialization continues to expand through its mineral-rich landscapes, the heart of distinct remains rooted in its weekly markets, sacred wall art, and community dances. For the international traveler, it offers a refreshing alternative to commercialized tourist destinations, a raw, authentic space where the beautiful architectural remnants of kings stand side by side with the timeless rhythms of tribal life. Staying updated on regional news via official Gujarat Tourism Bulletin will ensure you catch the exact schedules of a spectacular cultural fairs and newly opened ecotourism trails. Now, questions and answers. What is the primary administrative headquarters of ChotaUdaipur District? The administrative headquarters is located in ChotaUdaipur town, situated roughly 107 kilometers east of the major city of Vadodara. Which major mineral resource is heavily mined and traded from this district? The district is rich in high-grade dolomite and black trap marble, which feeds a large network of local crushing mills and national manufacturing industries. What unique crop adaptation have farmers in the Bodli Taluka adopted to tackle wild animals? Farmers have transitioned via contract farming from traditional gains to cultivating subabul and eucalyptus trees, which are resistant to wild animal attacks and are sold to paper companies. Is consumption of